I used to go there quite a bit. Oh, years ago now. But I stopped. I used to like that place, spend quite a bit of time in there. They were all a good bit older than me, but they used to listen. I thought they understood what I said. I mean, I used to talk to them. I talked too much. That was my mistake. Same in the factory, standing there in the line or in the breaks, I used to talk about things, and these men, they used to listen whenever I had anything to say. It was all right. The trouble was, I used to have these kind of hallucinations. They weren't really hallucinations, you see. I mean, I used to get a feeling I could see things very clearly. And everything used to get very quiet. It was this feeling of clear sight and quiet. And but maybe I was wrong. Anyway, someone must have said something. I didn't know anything about it, but some kind of lie must have got around, and this lie went round, and I thought people started being funny in the cafe, the factory. And then one day they took me to a hospital. This man, doctor, I suppose, he told me I had something, some complaint, he said. He said, we're going to do something to your brain. If we don't, you'll have to live here for the rest of your life. But if we do, you stand a chance. You can go out and live like the others, he said. What are you going to do to my brain? I said to him. But he just repeated what he'd said. Well, I wasn't a fool. I knew I was a minor. I knew they had to get permission from my mother. So I wrote to her and told her what they were trying to do, but she signed their form and gave them the permission. I know it because he showed me her signature when I brought it up. They used to come round with these, I don't know what they were, but they looked like big pincers with wires on. And the wires were attached to a little machine. It was electric. And this chief doctor, he used to fix these pincers, something like earphones. He used to fix them on either sides of the man's skull and keep them there and press them. There was a man holding the machine. He would turn it on, you see, and some used to put up a fight. But most of them didn't. They just lay there. Well, the night they came for me, I got up and stood against the wall. They told me to get down. I knew they had to get me down on the bed, because if they did it while I was standing up, they would break my spine. So I just stood up, and then one or two of them came for me. But I was quite young then. I was much strong then. I was quite stronger then. I held one of them by the throat and laid the other one out. And then suddenly this chief, he had these pincers on my skull. And I knew he wasn't supposed to do it while I was standing up. That's why Anyway, he did it. So I did get out. I got out of the place, but I couldn't walk very well. I don't think my spine was damaged. It was perfectly all right. The trouble was, my thoughts will become very slow. I couldn't think at all. I could never quite get it together. And I had these headaches. I used to sit in my room and I laid everything out in order. All the things I knew were mine. But I didn't die. The thing is, I should have died. I should have been dead. Anyway, I feel much better now. But I don't talk to people anymore. I steer clear away from places like that cafe. I don't talk to anyone like that. I've often thought of going back and finding that man who did that to me. But I want to do something first. I want to build that shed out in the garden.